Hello dear students, welcome to the online teaching of English class first year. I am Sabir Hussain. I am a lecturer in English in Islamia Inter College, Etawah. Today I am going to start a new topic, that is report writing. But before I start teaching you report writing, I would like to give you an example so that you may understand this topic very well. Dear students, you are well aware of the fact that farmers of Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh have been agitating for quite a few weeks. They have their own demands. They want the government to repeal or to suspend all the agriculture laws. The government has asked them to reconsider their plans. How will a reporter publish this news in the newspaper? This I want to show you. Please have a look at your screen. Government asks farmers to reconsider plan. There should be a heading, and the heading should be in brief. And it is in brief. New Delhi, a day after farmers' leaders opposing the new agriculture laws rejected the centre's proposals, the government on Thursday once again asked them to consider the assurances offered and said it remained open for talks whenever farm unions were ready, even as union leaders stuck to their guns and declared plans for a rail roko. The report writer has used an idiom to stick to their guns. To stick to their guns. It means to refuse to change one's beliefs or actions. This is the advantage of reading the newspaper. Dear students, you should cultivate a habit of reading the newspaper, because if you continue reading the newspaper, you will increase the knowledge of English language. Okay, this I wanted to tell you. Now, let us move forward. Report writing. First of all, dear students, I would like to tell you the definition of report writing. A report is a description of an event or an investigation. A report may be a description of an event or an investigation of an issue or a problem. It may all be an objective analysis. Objective analysis. Objective means impersonal. The report writer has nothing to say from his own mind. It is not at all a personal description of anything. Rather, the report writer becomes totally impersonal while writing a report. This is why we say it may all be an objective analysis or evaluation of something. Whatever he witnesses, he describes. So it becomes totally an impersonal description of whatever he experiences or witnesses. It is a vivid expression. Vivid means clear. It is a vivid expression of a person's experience. It is a commentary on the incidents seen by the reporter. It is a commentary on the incidents. Whatever events or incidents are witnessed or experienced by the reporter are described by him. Okay? The purpose of a report is to highlight an incident. So the question arises, what is the purpose of report writing. The purpose of a report is to highlight an incident, to show an incident, to make an incident popular, है ना? Yeah. Event or experience of general nature. Reports create awareness among readers. Certainly, readers come to know about several things with the help of the newspaper. Their knowledge is increased with the help of the reports published in the magazines or the newspapers. So, reports create awareness among readers. Give voice to many social problems. There are several social problems such as child labor, atrocities against women. So these are the social problems. Sometimes it so happens that people are quite ignorant of these social problems, and if they go through the newspaper, so they come across these social problems in the newspaper. Okay, so many social problems and help in solving them through the concerned authorities. Now let us move forward. Mainly, there are two types of reports in class 11th syllabus. So here we shall study two types of reports. Newspaper reports involving accidents, and number two, reports on events and functions. Okay, these are the two types. Now, points to be kept in mind. So these are the important points that should be borne in mind while writing the report. Number one, a good report should present all the necessary information as clearly as possible. All the necessary items of information should be mentioned in the report quite clearly. Number two, write in a practical and business-like manner. Business-like manner. What do you mean by business-like manner? Business-like manner means in an efficient way, in an efficient manner and without wasting your time. This is business-like manner. So it means that the report writer should write his report in a practical manner. He should be very practical while writing the report. Next, write in indirect speech and preferably in passive voice. So the report should be written in indirect speech. For example, my friend said that he would do his best to secure a good percentage in the examination. It is in indirect speech, and I think most of the students will be well familiar with the rules of indirect speech. I tell you once again, my friend said that he would do his best to secure a good percentage in the examination. It is in indirect speech. So the report writer should make use of indirect speech and preferably in passive voice. Now, next point, write in third person. It is something very important. The report should be written in third person. That is using the pronouns he, she, it, they. And the report writer should always avoid using the pronouns of first person or second person, such as I, me, you. They should be totally avoided. Now next, ornamental language should be avoided. Ornamental. Ostentation. Ostentation in the language should be discarded. it should be avoided. Okay? The contents should include details like what, when, where, why, who, how, and eyewitness account. Okay, now I will let you understand these things. Next, the aim of the report and source from where it was obtained should be mentioned in the beginning itself. The aim of the report, the purpose of the report, the purpose behind writing the report should be mentioned in the very beginning. Now, next number, it should have a proper heading and simple language. I showed you as an example. It should have a proper heading. It had a proper heading and simple language. And the language should be simple, easily understood by the people. This is why you have just read that ornamentation should be avoided. There should be no ornamentation in the language. The language should be easily comprehensible. That is, easily understood by the people, so that they may read and understand the meaning as to what the reporter really wants to convey. Okay? Now, next, adhere to the word limit of 150 and 200. The report writer should exert his best to keep himself within the word limit of 150 to 200. Okay? Yeah, these are the points which should be followed. Now, let us move forward. Type first. Newspaper reports involving accidents. Value points to be used in an accident report. The most valuable points which a report writer should keep in his mind. Number one, what happened? He should report the nature of the accident happened. When? He should clearly mention the time of the accident. At what time the accident took place. Why? The reason behind the accident. Next, loss of life and property. Whenever there is an accident, the loss of life and property is sure to take place. So, the report writer should clearly mention the loss of life and property in the accident. Details of accident site. Very easy. Details of casualties. Casualties, deaths. Whenever there is an accident, so there may be some casualties also. So the details of casualties should be mentioned there. Compensation to families of those killed or injured. Government really promises compensation to the families, to the bereaved families. So a description should be made of the compensation which is provided to the bereaved families. Okay? Where the accident took place. That is, the place of the accident. How did the accident happen? This should also be mentioned. Details of rescue and relief operations. So whenever there is an accident, the government sends some teams to save the lives of the people. So a mention should also be made of the rescue and relief operations. Police action or inquiry ordered. Okay? Now these are the points which should be kept in mind. Now let us move forward. Just see the question here. A private boat carrying 43 tourists sunk between Andaman and Nicobar Islands, leaving 21 people dead. It is a question to let you understand. As Aman, now you can suppose yourself, Aman, is staff reporter for the Times of India. You are the staff reporter for this newspaper. Write your report in about 150-200 words. You have to write a report within the limit of 150 to 200 words. Just see. 21 dead as boat capsizes of India's Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Capsize means to turn upside down. To turn upside down. Capsize. By staff reporter Aman, the Times of India. Okay? New Delhi, 4th November 2020. The date may be whatever you like. During the examination, you can write the report. You can write the date, whatever you like. A tourist boat capsized off the coast of India's remote Andaman and Nicobar Islands at 8:40 p.m. yesterday. Remote means distant, leaving 21 people dead. The private boat was carrying 43 tourists. All believed to be Indians. All of them were Indians. When it sank between the popular spots of Ross Island and North Bay near Port Blair, the capital of the islands, some people were pulled out from the water. They were taken out of the water and were taken to a hospital in Port Blair. They were also hurried to a hospital with several of them in serious conditions. Okay? Now it's something very easy and you can write. Let us move forward. Rescue operations were underway for at least another 9 people still missing, who may be trapped in the now submerged vessel. Submerged vessel. Vessel may be either a boat or a ship. Here vessel means boat. Submerged, sank, yes, sunk, whatever may be the tense. Submerged vessel, sunk vessel. To be underwater. Submerged means to go under water or any liquid. Submerged vessel. The Prime Minister expressed shock over that tragedy and has asked India's national agencies to help in the rescue and relief operation. The Prime Minister has requested the national agencies to extend their help in the rescue or relief operation. A list of the dead and injured was expected to be released soon, with the relatives being urged to contact the control room for information. Okay? Now, let us move forward. Now, this is type 2nd. Reports on events and functions. Okay? Value points to be used in a report on events functions. So, what are the valuable points that should be borne in mind? Number 1, type of function or its name. Very easy. Date, time and place. Date and time and place of the function or the events. Objective and main highlight of the program. This should be clearly mentioned in the report. Objective of the function and main highlight of the program. What is the main highlight of the program? Description of the event. Prize distribution. Whenever there is a function, there is a prize distribution ceremony. So this prize distribution ceremony should be clearly reported. Occasion of the function. Name and designation of the chief guest. A chief guest is invited on the occasion of function. So his name and his designation should be clearly mentioned. chief guest address to audience. What did the chief guest say in his address? It should also be mentioned. Vote of thanks, and in the end, conclusion. Okay? Now, this is the question. Dear students, try to understand the question. Recently, you attended a seminar on adult education organized by the Madhyamik Shiksha Parishad. The seminar was held at HMS Islamia Inter College, Etawah. Write a report on the seminar in 150-200 words to be published in the Indian Express, New Delhi. You are Prashant. Your name is Prashant, a special correspondent of the Indian Express. So this is the question. And now you have to write the answer. Just look at the screen. Seminar on adult education. This is the heading. Very brief, concise. By Prashant, special correspondent of the Indian Express. New Delhi, 3rd November 2020. I have already told you, you can write whatever date you like. The date doesn't matter. The matter matters much. A seminar was held on adult education from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on 1st November 2020 at HMS Islamia Inter College, Etawah. The seminar, organized by the Madhyamik Shiksha Parishad, MSP stands for Madhyamik Shiksha Parishad, was attended by 150 delegates from 15 different schools. So, various delegates from different schools came to attend the seminar. Most of the attendees were teachers from government schools. Most of those who attended the seminar were from government schools. And those schools which conduct classes for working people in the evenings. The members, the delegates from the schools which conduct evening classes for the people who are illiterate, who are uneducated in the evening. They really do a very noble task, a very noble work for such people. It's really a noble work to try to remove the illiteracy from the society. And these schools are really doing a good job in order to remove the illiteracy from the society. These teachers have faced many practical difficulties, no doubt. Whenever we are engaged in such noble work, we have to put up with several difficulties and hardships. We have to face several problems, difficulties and hardships. They are sure to occur. Teachers have faced many practical difficulties in spreading adult education. Okay? Okay, now let us move forward. The purpose of the seminar was to chalk out plans. What was the purpose of the seminar? To prepare plans for spreading adult literacy in the society. The seminar was presided over by a well-known educationist, Dr. V.K. Rao. He is the chief guest. What is the name of the chief guest? Dr. V.K. Rao, from the Directorate of Education. In his address, he referred to the extent of ignorance and illiteracy. So what was the matter of his speech? It was to remove the adult literacy from the society. He referred to the extent of ignorance and illiteracy that prevails in the society. And this illiteracy is prevailing through the society. And how damaging it can be for those adults who are not educated, especially in the slums. You must have watched the slum areas. You know, the people in the slum areas are always uneducated and illiterate. Principals and teachers representing various schools gave suggestions. Principals and teachers were there in the seminar and they put their own valuable suggestions, valuable proposals regarding steps that could be taken to eradicate illiteracy. Okay? Yeah. The seminar was highly informative. Informative, educative, having useful information, giving useful information. So the seminar was highly informative and laid out a road map. Laid out a road map. Layout means to prepare a plan. Laid out a road map. It prepared a plan for future action in this important mission. Now let us move forward. The home assignment for the students. Nearly 158 people are feared dead, and after an airliner crashed while landing near the South Indian city of Mangalore. All the passengers on the flight were Indian nationals, with many returning from jobs in the Gulf to visit their families. As a reporter of a national daily, report the accident in 150-200 words. Okay, now the next question for the students. As a student reporter of your school magazine, write a report in 150-200 words on the Workers' Day celebration in the school. Okay, dear students, these are the two questions for you and you should try to answer to these questions. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice day.